Warning, 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 warning.
This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, hold on, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 243 episode. And who do we have on the line? Anybody on the line at this moment?
Nope.
Hey, what happened? Who's that? Two people talking at once?
Sound like somebody was on the line to me.
Yes, who's that?
I just jumped in and said nope. Nobody on the line just yet.
I thought we have a person on this line right now.
We don't.
When I get on the show, I expect to hear somebody ringing.
I hear you, but Aaron, did you give out the phone number yet?
I haven't. We are live tonight, though, and we would love it if you called live every Friday night on Ochelli.com. Call numbers 319-527-5016. Also, come on through Skype. Send a message to Charles.Ocelli on Skype. That's Chuck. And then, Uncle, where are you going there?
I'm playing my height. I'm trying my height.
Is that the correct height that you need?
Yeah, there we go.
Apparently, I did not get Uncle's height correct.
Yeah.
That's really where you want to be at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So that shows what I know.
You don't know.
I made way too Okay, we're fixing. For those of you watching the live stream video on Twitch and YouTube, you can see that Uncle's got much better posture than he did previously.
Yeah.
Feel good over there?
Yeah.
You look quite stately with your head, your chest out, your
I'm watching
chin in the air.
another one of these shows, people.
Good.
It's college football and a singer. He's going crazy here. Murder case. This is getting interesting.
This is a TV show you're talking about.
TV show with Flex.
Oh, a Netflix
show.
Okay. Cool.
I was in the middle of.
What is the title of the show?
Riverside something.
Riverside.
River something.
Riverdale?
Riverdale. Yeah, Riverdale.
Oh, that's that Archie cartoon, I think.
It is?
That's what I heard. It's
well, it's starting to get interesting then.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard about it. It's like a live action version of that comic, right?
I've already been watching a couple episodes. There's something to watch. I'm there trying to look for something after I've done watching the vampire what they were Vitchwood stories. I'm done with it, Chuck, so I'm just letting you know.
We're talking about Riverdale, or is this a vampire show?
No, the vampire show that I finished watching.
Oh.
And now I'm on this.
Oh, now you're on to Riverdale. I see. Yeah. Okay.
I'm moving along with my shows. So
okay.
I don't hang around with them.
Move right along. Keep it rolling. Sounds good to me.
Since we don't have nobody online, I'm doing something to talk about.
I see in the Twitch chat we have Creative Accidents. He's there. He's saying here we are. Code Red warning.
Code Red warning. What's wrong with him?
What's going on there? Well, he's listening to the theme song.
Oh.
Just playing along with that. And we've got the Ocelli.com chat room. Let me see. It looks like we've got Citizen GX there, Creative Accidents, Phase Shifters there. So, okay.
How's the audience out of the United States? Chuck?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody?
Any listeners abroad, Chuck?
Abroad,
Do you see any of that going on?
I'll check that in just a second. I'm trying to get your Skype caller on. Hold on.
Oh,
Ooh,
Skype
we do have a Skype caller. Here we go.
Okay.
So
we didn't know what's going on. We're just talking.
we had a lot of calls last week.
But
I wondered if it would be the same this week. Apparently, we are going to have some. So I didn't know if we would live up to that. I was surprised how many people we had last week, honestly.
Last week, I couldn't ask what's going on, what's the people have, because we're so busy. No, it's the week before.
Oh, caller, we hear you.
We hear you. What's your name and where you from?
Greetings. This is Robin from Canada.
Robbie Heard. Robbie from American Man. I know him. So
They
what you
call us
been
Am-
up to?
They call us America's hat up here.
America's
American hat.
He's in
Where's-
Canada, Uncle.
Canada man. I meant to say Canada man.
What do you know about Canada, Uncle?
Just the Montreal Expos.
Oh boy.
that went from Mexico
We want to get into that.
to that
You
state
want to get into
to
that?
went to another name. Strange.
Right.
Get all
Yeah,
these
they got
people.
traded or something. That's
Yeah.
good. Same with in Vancouver. There's a couple teams they got traded. We used to have the basketball. They
Yeah.
got out of here. We kicked them out. We kicked them out.
Yeah.
Right. So you asked.
Anything else?
Yeah, you asked for people outside of the country. So Canada obviously is listening. We got France. We got not a lot of countries really tonight.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
surprising.
One in the UK. One listener in the UK. Hey, and from Franklinville, New Jersey. Okay, an unusual one there. So
Oh,
I
I asked these things.
I shout out all people in New Jersey. Sorry, but anyways.
No, because I like to know who they are. If there's anybody out of our state,
Oh yeah, well,
United States, that is.
Chuck knows what you like, Uncle. You don't even have to say it. You got these guys trained really well.
I know. I got Chuck trained.
I'm
I'm still
trying.
working on Sidekick here.
Right.
He forgets loads of stuff. We're in the middle of trying to go to someplace and can't get there yet because we're so
You
damn
get-
busy doing
Lead a
things.
horse, you lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right?
No, exactly. That's the word.
So I'm ahead of Sidekick in the training program, Uncle, in the Uncle training
Yeah, you
program.
are.
I don't
You're
know if
pushing.
Chuck likes
You're
this.
pushing. You're pushing up there pretty good.
Thank you. At least I'm ahead of somebody in something. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a positive affirmation you can tell yourself in the morning.
It's been a
That's right.
strange night tonight, Uncle. All sorts of goings on. It's I'm not seeing big numbers on the live stream video either. I've got very little.
Well, maybe
know what's going on.
Maybe it's because the Halloween's coming. People are not. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
people
coming,
don't
but it's not
want-
here.
Coming next week.
They're preparing their costumes, you think?
Yeah,
Uncle?
yeah, something like that.
I guess. Yeah,
They're
maybe that's
keeping
it.
towels of their house sewing.
So, how do you like about this baseball thing going on?
Oh boy, I don't like baseball at all.
You don't like baseball. Oh, well,
No.
you're not Eddie. Eddie,
This is not Eddie. No.
Eddie,
We see
Eddie
Betty's
didn't have
on.
words about it.
That's he
But
knows about
I
it.
couldn't even tell you what's going on with baseball. Like I think they're playing. Maybe I don't know if the season's over or not.
No, they're playing. They're still playing, but they're fighting into it
Is
for
Ocho Cinco still playing,
Cinco.
or was he a
Ocho's-
football guy?
Is that one of the? Is that like the jersey number?
Well,
Does he?
I think he changed his name to the jersey number just to be really crafty.
What is that?
But I don't know if Chuck, you know if that guy's a baseball guy or a football guy.
I think there was a football guy some years ago that changed his name to Ocho Cinco, which is 8'5", right?
Oh wait, right, you're right. I do
guess
remember the name, and now it's starting to think.
You know that,
Uncle,
Uncle?
you
Yeah, he
you're a
went
sports
from
player.
the Cleveland. He went to the Cincinnati. He was on Cincinnati football team. Yes, I
The
remember.
Bengals.
The Bengal, yeah. I know who you're thinking about. Yeah.
Well, if you were on a football team, or if you were on a team previously, what was your number?
Goalie,
You'd be a
Did you have a
goalie.
number though?
soccer, 0.
Your number 0. So you're what's 0 in Spanish?
Cero, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I don't
I
know.
think so.
Yeah, that
Uno,
sounds right.
dos, tres, cuatro. Uno is 1. Twice is cuatro. Cinco. I don't know what was 1. What was 0?
Name.
So
Did you have any
Nice.
numbers growing up, Aaron, in your sports teams?
None that I recall. No, I wasn't much into sports, to be quite honest.
Aaron, I have a crazy question for you.
What's that?
I'm looking at the live stream on YouTube, right? Which, by the way, we are live streaming on YouTube. Well, not we really, but Aaron is. And it's interesting to me. You gotta. Does anybody even know that phone booth is actually something? Like, when was the last time you saw a phone booth, Aaron? I mean, are there phone booths in California?
Answers to him.
Actually, that is a fairly recent photo there, Chuck, that you're talking
Really?
about.
Oh, that one.
It's from 2020, and that photo was taken at Canyonlands National Park.
Oh.
So that's actually
Child.
that's a child looking at a telephone booth at the visitor center at Canyonlands National Park, Island in the Sky Visitor Center.
Does that actually work? That thing?
I looked at it closely. I cannot recall. I think that it does, though. I believe it does.
My God, I have not seen a working payphone in, I don't know, at least 6-7 years. I know I have not seen one anyway. I mean, I've seen plenty of these things that look like payphones. You get up to them and there's nothing in the box, and they're still sitting there. But this, you have a payphone there next to call the number. It's like, why are you showing them a payphone? Nobody's going to call from a payphone. What?
Yeah, that is a good question. What is that?
You've never seen that graphic, Uncle? You've never noticed that?
No, we saw it. I've been watching that graphic. No.
You like
I've watched that graphic, but that is a good question, Chuck. How would somebody call on a telephone in a booth like that? It's not like Superman.
You know.
And you know how Superman takes off.
It's definitely not. It's not a full
He
box
looks at
like
it.
that. No.
See, but Uncle, for youngins like him, he doesn't remember. There used to be phone boxes, right?
yeah. Boxes
I was
closed
thinking,
in.
somewhere like New York, I wonder if there's any existing phone boxes anymore. That's how Superman would sometimes change over.
Yeah, but
No,
but that changed over. They got rid of those phone boxes, like in the 90s. The phone boxes were all gone.
Oh, that's not a booth. A booth is the one that's open.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's a payphone, and it's just kind of an open thing. And they went to that style because homeless people were sleeping in the phone boxes. You understand?
That could be. You're right. Because but before that happened, when Superman shows were on, all you kept seeing is a line full of a piece blocked in with a phone booth in it, and he fit in the phone booth and then flew up in the air.
Oh yeah. No, he would change
That's how
in the
they
phone
did it.
booth. Right. He used to change in the phone booth, but they had to put a stop to that. I think in the 80s or 90s, because again in New York, which is one of the templates for the city there, they definitely didn't have these anymore. They took them all out because, like I said, people were sleeping in there and camping out in these things and shielding themselves from the weather, and they just didn't like it. So they went to the open booth, which is like this one here, but I haven't even seen one of these functioning.
I
in
think
6-7 years.
Works. From what I remember, that thing was working. It's out in Utah. I guess maybe the National Park Service keeps these things going. I have to look at other visitor centers at the National Parks.
Yeah, see, the only other place I've seen them is when I went to Dallas in 2017. And in the big bus station in Dallas, they had, one of those round phone things that they came up with after a while where you got like 6-7 phones in a circle. And, something like that. And I think they had a couple on the wall. And my understanding was hardly any of them worked. And they're usually broken or empty or whatever. But like a fully functional phone booth, I haven't really seen.
The last time I saw like payphones is actually there, I believe at the ferry terminal in Victoria. From Vancouver over to the island here, I believe they have payphones at the terminal and on the ferry actually, but they're all modernized with credit cards and whatnot, so they're not really a booth. It's just the, but it does look the same to some degree.
Uncle, what are we looking at?
I'm trying to figure out how this here
You're a lizard?
sign is.
Uncle, I think
little messed up here.
the analysis of the graphic has Uncle questioning the entire set and all the graphics. Yeah, well, we're surrounded by graphics. Is the problem here?
I mean, crazy accidents. Back on the phone a minute here. Crazy accidents there, please.
What?
I'm looking at him and make this picture, and it's not planked to the wall.
Okay. So Uncle's looking at the large cardboard painting that Creative Accidents made of the podcast logo.
Yeah.
And what? The issue is it's not quite big enough.
Big
Is
enough
that
to
it?
put it by the wall.
Needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
So Uncle has a complaint to file here, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you, Uncle, on screen it looks pretty good.
From distance,
uncle,
yes.
you're an
From
uncle
distance, I can see that. But
Right.
not if you're up close to something.
Yeah,
And I see Chuck is in the YouTube chat. We've got Creative Accidents over there. We've got a lot going on here. So
Get him on the phone, that crazy accident.
no,
I want to hear him.
Bonus points.
Hold on
Remember,
here,
Crazy Accidents counts as 2 callers, right? But no, I'm
yeah.
just noticing.
That'd be 3 for me tonight.
I'm just noticing. It would be right away. But I'm just noticing the way that the graphic looks. The split screen between you two is great. Uncle looks great. But some of these graphics, man, I don't know. You're killing me. Of course, my ugly mug's showing up there too. Producer Chuck and this big old graphic pops up sometimes too. I'm like, oh god.
It's just the
Glasses
first time you're
on.
watching stuff.
What's that?
I said, is this the first time you've been watching the stream or no?
You know what? I've looked at it briefly before, but then I think I got busy. This is the first time I've noticed this. I mean, it's cool what he's got going on there, but yikes!
Yeah, you're kind of doing like a hypnotist stare or something like that.
Hypnotist. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I see that. Yeah,
like
I like that picture.
That's your best Ravine impression.
like
I don't know what picture you're looking
Nosferatu.
at, sidekick. I'm looking at all these are the pictures.
Like Nosferatu in the black and white movies, except you can't see my hands like Bela Lugosi. Look into my eyes.
Right.
It's really rough looking.
You're staring at the world, thinking about how many listeners are potentially out there.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get to these people.
You got it right, Uncle.
Yeah, he got it. He got it right on the head.
Well, the alternative
At
is
least 1 billion listeners on the Uncle
I'm
Project.
listening. So see really who's really listening.
there's a lot of blue dots on that globe. Yeah,
Blue
a whole
dots.
lot of them on there. I mean, the alternative, Chuck, is that we actually get live stream video of you sitting at the facilities of Bocelli.com. So I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Look, I would do that just for you. I'll put in. I would put in a camera just for you guys. But I don't actually have a camera on my computer. I'd actually have to get one and put it on there.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't. I got one without a
Oh,
camera.
you got one of the old kind jobs from, what, 1960?
No. I got a newer one, but not all of them come with a camera, you see. Not everything does. And I can't afford Apple products like you guys, okay? So I got, the junky stuff.
Oh, so you're not.
We got 2 cameras over here, Uncle. We
You know
got
what I
an extra
use
camera.
Extra
as
camera.
my camera with
Dang.
my friend when we're doing the podcast is just an old cell phone.
Right.
There's some simple apps that turn that into, and they're better than any webcam. That's for sure. It seems like.
Well, let's get back to this story about this Top Gun operation. We've been all wondering today,
Oh, actually, I
when
got
is that going to be shown?
Now that you mentioned this, I've got some news. I got some really big news for you guys.
Perfect.
It's involving Tom Sucker and Top Gun 2. You want to hear about it?
Yes, we do want to hear about it.
With
Yeah.
bated breath, here we go.
Well, I was just very privileged to be able to watch Tom's new documentary, which, Aaron, I think you should reach out and see if you can get a screener copy.
I've heard about it. Yeah, Tom's been telling me. Yeah.
Because it's very good. I watched it twice already.
Ooh.
And it gets into Top Gun 2 on that one. So you're going to be interested in the information, Uncle, that is presented in this documentary.
So
Ooh.
they're starting to show. Then they're starting to show what we saw, or something
You
better.
might have been tapped into this earlier than most. That they got support from the DoD and a bunch of script rewrites and these things.
Oh.
Did you ever hear about Aaron going to the entertainment liaison office?
You did?
Have I told you that story, Uncle?
When is this stuff coming from there, sidekick?
It's
when
when.
Tony tells me these things.
Do you remember when Adam came out here?
Oh, yeah, I do remember him.
It was when he was here. We went up to L.A. and we went to the 10880 Wilshire Boulevard, which is this tall office building in Los Angeles, and it's the house. It's where the offices of the Pentagon's entertainment liaison offices are housed. I forget what floor it's on, but there you go up to one floor and there's several offices.
They're still there.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think that's moved. They've been there for a while. I'm pretty sure they're still there. But it's interesting because if you go in the lobby doesn't have them listed as offices. There's lists of different offices, but they're not on there. You kind of have to know they're there, I suppose. But
this is what the holdup of the movie is?
So different branches of the military have entertainment liaison offices where they'll have people in the movie film industry come and meet them to talk about helping on their productions. So the military does help productions of various large Hollywood movies, TV shows, all sorts of stuff. And that's their offices that they work out of.
Oh, so it is in. Yeah,
so long story short, I'll bet Tom Cruise has been in that building at some point.
Oh, yeah. I bet you he's dying to get this out. His new one.
He's hanging out there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's like me, waiting, when am I going to get this out?
But I recommend looking out for that one, and yourself, Aaron, and for Chuck. I don't know if you guys are in contact with Tom. You might be able to get a screener copy, but it's either way. Look out for. It's called Theaters of War.
Theaters of War, nice.
And one of because the big thing with this that I didn't kind of catch on to the last few years is that guy Lawrence Seward died. And his family allowed anyone to access his archive, where before he died, he was keeping his archives all tucked away under his bed, and he wouldn't allow anyone to see it when he had all the paperwork and whatnot going back to the 60s and 70s and 50s even, I believe. So they were kind of able to blow all it wide open in this.
Oh,
document going way back many degrees.
Interesting. Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's quite the production. Tom has told me about it. I can't wait to see it. So,
yeah, it's really. They got Oliver Stone on there, and a few other. Matt Alford as which is. I don't know if you've ever spoken with Matt. He's a pretty interesting guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom's co-author. Yeah. Well,
you got him on your podcast before, Aaron? Matt?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I believe I had both of them on.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
For when the book came out, I had them both
National Security Cinema, also recommended.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think, Uncle, with Top Gun 2? What kind of messages do you think that one's going to send to the world?
Well, it's going to improve Cruise being a teacher, not a student, for one thing. And then he's going to have new students doing what he was on the first bound.
The Top Gun Academy.
Academy. Yeah, of course. That's what I was.
What the premise of the movie is?
Yeah. It starts out. I'm thinking that's how it will start out.
Oh, this is just your own speculation.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the speculation because I can't seem to know when it's going to start.
Yeah,
so what I'm doing is I'm trying to put it a little bit in perspective to know how it's going to start and how it's
scene. What do you think the opening scene is going to be?
That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to figure that out.
Right. Because they're going to be going real cinematic in this one, I imagine.
But I know he is definitely the head of the class. He's going to be the teacher. Because I remember the last time the guy said to him, what you would want to be. Oh, what you do. And right from there, from that point, is where it's going to start, I believe.
Oh.
Makes
Aaron,
sense.
do you remember that part in the movie?
I do, at the end.
I don't remember the original movie that well, honestly. I don't remember that part.
You don't. I do.
I don't. It doesn't ring a bell.
Like, what do you want to do when you grow up, Maverick?
You don't remember that part at the end? When
no.
he said, hey, now that you're a big shot, what do you want to do now? And he said that. I want to be like you.
Okay, well then the sequel has to pick up where they left off, which is
Exactly. And that's my point in the movie itself. Okay. That's how it's probably going to start.
Okay, he's a teacher now.
It's the teacher now.
I like that.
That would make sense, wouldn't it, to you?
It could. Yeah, I get it.
One little tidbit. Well, actually, one question for you. One question for you. Do you think is that other guy with the flat top going to be in this one? What's his name?
Tom Skerritt? Oh, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's right. Is he still alive?
Oh, he is not doing well. Have you heard him talk recently?
No, I don't think so.
No.
He got throat cancer, I think, and now he talks through one of those voice box things, I think. He's alive, but he is not in good health.
I don't think he'd be
that
on
might
it.
not be very good cinema.
Yeah, he's not going to be there. I don't
think he's going to be there.
Maybe.
The
I don't
replacement
know. Maybe
is going to be interesting who he's going to be replaced.
It would be very inclusive.
Maybe.
It's modern era.
How would a man like that, if he's having a problem, like you say, kick?
He could have maybe an advanced naval machine talking augmentation.
Yeah, that's a good storyline, right?
You know what I mean? You get
do
the transhuman thing kind of going with that even. That
Maybe
could work out.
Maybe.
He got his voice box destroyed in an accident crash.
Oh.
And he's and now he's working with this new AI, a beautiful scientist woman. She's helping him out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That sounds about right.
I didn't know
Uncle,
that.
you think that's going to happen?
I don't know, but I don't know if it's going to sound the same, though.
Well, no.
But I mean, because of that happening.
Maybe, how about this? Maybe the system's so advanced, this new electronic voice box, that it emulates Val Kilmer's young voice, and he talks exactly like he did in the first movie.
That would sound. That would probably be what they're trying to put together. Maybe that's what they're trying to put together, if that's the case.
Could happen.
They did that on the Anthony Bourdain documentary. Did you hear about that, Aaron?
Yes, where they
might
were
have
able
done
to
that.
deep fake his voice saying something he never said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So they could have Val Kilmer as what was his nickname on that one?
Iceman.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. You talking? Oh, I know who you're talking about. Iceman. Yeah, that's right. That's the guy. That was the guy that's saying he told him it's your attitude. I know the talks. I know what they told you in that movie. I have the name. I know what they tell you. And he said, well, you know what you need to do? Fix your attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I'll go ahead, Aaron.
No, I was just going to say Iceman and Maverick were
Iceman.
at odds for
At
a
odds.
good portion of the movie.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'd like to see from you guys is pick out like 2 or 3 iconic scenes from the first movie, and then you guys could act them out as the characters.
Oh,
What
no.
do you think about that, Uncle?
That would sound interesting.
Uncle, maybe we could even...
I can go for the first one to figure what to put in it and what you want to be and who you want to be. To then just have to put the voices to it.
We could even go to the original filming locations, Uncle, in San Diego.
They can do that there.
Really recreate it. Yeah, go there.
If you go to the beach, you guys could be at the beach all greased up.
Beach pool. The beach pool scene.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That's what the
Beach
women
pool
want to
scene.
see, Uncle. They want to see you all greased up.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
beach pool scene.
That would
Right.
increase
That would be.
viewership and followers by a huge margin, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is how we get the Instagram presence, Uncle.
Yeah.
This is where they'll get a load of more people.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even women.
Maybe.
Get OnlyFans going.
Yeah. What are you laughing at, Sidekick?
These are great ideas. Yeah.
Well, there's some ideas to think about, I suppose.
I'm just kind of spitballing here.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
This guy coming up
Since we've been waiting so much for Top Gun, if you guys could reenact a few scenes, just we get to kind of help out with the marketing.
Yeah, we can just do some fan fiction. It's like, okay, the movie's never coming out. We'll just make our own movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. I'm sorry, people. We don't have many drinks. I see that on the line there.
Uncle, we've got questions from Creative Accidents. Creative Accidents is saying he wants a dollar store beer review. We don't have one. Sorry.
I'm trying to get him to go. Down there isn't any at the dollar store.
No, there is.
I mean, we have a problem.
I
sure hope we have it by the New Year's Revolution show.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll have plenty of alcohol for that. Don't worry about that.
No.
Creative Accents is also saying, Uncle, you going trick or treating? You dressing up?
No, not for me.
No.
I can't now take the problems. I can't even eat candy.
No costume.
No costume. Last year what I did last year was give out candy.
There you go.
I've been doing that, but I get up going out.
Yeah, we'll definitely have kids.
Let the kids do it.
Yeah.
Let Ed do it. Let his wife and him. Let his wife and the kids go, because
we will.
It'll
be fun.
Exercise.
That's always a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that. Got the neighborhood. Uncle will be giving out candy at the house. Yeah. Should be a good Halloween. Should be pretty exciting.
Halloween is actually coming next week.
It's hard to believe.
It's coming around. I won't even got on costume stuff up in the house.
It comes too fast.
I mean, I look now, talking about Halloween for a moment here, since there's nobody on the line. We have, other than our first guest, what we have here is, I walk around the neighborhood, I see all these people got the same regular costume stuff up. They're all in their houses. Same.
The decor.
Decor of every.
You do the lawn ornaments.
And then people. I see one has one don't. One has one don't. What is this? I'm trying to look at. I got to go around with the dogs, see the new neighborhood, see what we have. I mean, the back and the back.
Gotta scout it out, Uncle.
I have to look at them.
What kind of Halloween inflatables they have throughout the neighborhood. I want to see what
that's
what
what we have to do.
Got to catalog that.
Yeah.
Take notes. That'll be good.
Take notes and put it on Instagram.
Is there up where you're at there, Robin? Do many people decorate the yards for Halloween? You see a lot of that?
Do you see that?
Yeah, there's some people who go pretty hog wild. They got their filleted pigs on the lawn. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? Actually, that you mentioned that, in our neighborhood in Orange, where we were previously living, go a couple streets over, and there was this one house that went crazy with the stuff they put in the yard. They like realistic, just scary stuff. Like they put this.
They set it up good. Yeah.
Do you remember that one thing? See if you remember this.
We was walking up the stairs, and we saw this spook stuff. Actually, spook. Someone's walking in trying to get some candy.
No. But do you remember the lawn that from the tree in the front lawn, they had hanging from it what looked like a real human body wrapped in saran wrap that was bloody? Do you remember that hanging from the tree?
Oh, no, not that.
That was in Orange. And it looked real. It was like, oh, my gosh. It's
was that in the new section or the across the street one?
It was a couple of streets over. Across from the one sort of main street.
Probably have it this year, too.
That was insane.
I could ask Joseph. Hey, Joseph, go check them out.
That was disturbing.
Still lives there.
I wonder how many murders occur on Halloween, because it's kind of convenient. If you have blood on your shirt, you can be like, hey, it's dressed up.
Part of the costume. I think you carry a chainsaw. Like, I'm Leatherface.
One time I was dressed as a smoke man, and the policeman stopped us.
The smoking man from X-Files?
No, pot man.
Oh,
pot man, dressed up pot man.
Pot man.
You were dressed up like a pot leaf or something?
Yeah, and Halloween. Well, Halloween dressed up as a pot man.
What is a
Like
pot
Cheech
man
and
look?
Chong. Yeah,
Something
I'm
like
wondering.
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, okay.
But we had my wife at the time was set up too, and sort of she got us out of her mother sort of got it straightened out.
Is
but-
this like Blunt Man from the Jay and Silent Bob universe here? Is it, Blunt Man and Chronic?
Something. So I
I'm
thought we
just
could make
curious.
a good program out of it. After I was thinking about it.
Was that a time that you were partaking in the cannabis, or you were just
I was
Dressing up.
just walking around it when I was younger at that time too.
Cool costume. I like it.
about
Wish I would have seen
about
that.
the 20.
Yeah.
About the 20.
yeah?
I should have taken pictures of it.
Sounds like a good one. Sounds like a great costume. I'd like to see pictures of that, and I don't
Yeah, is this
haven't seen
during-
that. I don't even-
Is this during the same time period we get the story of Uncle eating the cannabis candy and getting all upset? Is this? Remember that story, Aaron?
Candy, what captured candy?
I don't know if there's so many stories. I
He
can't. I
told
don't
the story
immediately
on the
recall
show.
that. What
You don't
ended up
remember
happening?
He ate. Okay, so he took an edible with THC in it, and he got really high and really crazy, and he told that story on the show. You don't remember this?
Oh yeah, you're talking about the time that he started losing his mind and like breaking a window and all that.
Yeah, he just went nuts because it got him too high. He said. And
Was that from an edible, Uncle, that kicked that off?
I thought it was cannabis candy, wasn't it?
Is that what kicked that off? I didn't remember that part of the story. I just remember that
that was yes.
they thought
Okay.
you had, what was it? There's some sort of weird sickness that I can't remember the name of that they thought you might have had.
Yeah, that's what I
They
had.
took you to the hospital.
I
That's what
had
they
gone to the
said.
hospital and I was ready going in, but then they said, I don't know actually.
I believe you became nude at one point.
Yes.
And
That
you-
was.
You
that-
started attacking
I know
your
that was
family.
that was on the farm.
yeah, on the farm,
yeah.
down in Florida, the fish farm.
Actually, Kathy will tell you about it.
Yeah.
She'd know more about it than I would. 'Cause,
Yes, she was there.
She was there. She
I know.
know.
Uncle wasn't there.
I'll get that information. How did that happen? I have to ask her.
I can't. Yeah, the
I-
details of that are eluding me now. But yeah, you
Yeah.
lost your mind and you started attacking everybody.
Yeah,
I
it
think you
was-
broke a window.
In earliest
Oh.
show, he told the story about it, and
That's right.
yeah. So I know it's
Yeah.
somewhere in the Uncle archives that there's this
Creative
story.
accidents. Paging creative accidents.
Oh, Creative Accidents has a bookmarked somewhere.
He's got it in
All right,
his
book some accidents. Get him online. I want to talk to
You
him.
know what? I'm pretty sure we recorded that after the show was over or something. But then I posted it to Patreon. I know I posted that to Patreon.
Oh, is that where it went? Okay.
I know it's on Patreon. Yeah. So
Well, let's
that's-
get
you're gonna have to sign up, everybody.
sign
Oh,
up for
okay.
Patreon and look for it then, because I lost track of what I even look
Gotta
like.
go back,
What
I
I
gotta go
even
back
look
to that.
like.
Yeah,
But
it's
I haven't listened to all the early Patreon offerings there.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
have it.
it would-
Now
Check
you
them
got
out and see if it's on there then.
now you
Yeah,
got a
it's-
reason
it-
to go look. 'Cause that is a
It's-
brilliant story. I remember I recorded that with you guys.
yeah. You were definitely there. That was in the early days, as you're saying, Chuck. I think
Yeah.
it was before we were doing the Uncle Show with you for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, it was before that. It
Forget
was
exactly
way
how that
before we
worked.
do it with him. Yeah.
But
It
yeah.
was.
I
It
remember
was.
recording it as like an extra thing, and it didn't I didn't put it on the podcast feed or whatever, but it's on Patreon. I know. Yeah,
Right.
It was on
Okay.
Patreon.
it's still on there. Yeah.
It's still on there.
Yeah.
Go back to the Patreon then and look it up, and you'll see it probably then.
See,
Chuck.
new incentive to go sign up for the Patreon.
Mhm.
Is to go
Aren't
back.
Aren't you signed up though, aren't you?
Who, me? Yeah.
you
No,
can check.
I'm signed
You
up
can go
over
look
there.
it up. Look it up then. I won't.
Yeah.
No,
I'm also signed up, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
then you can check it out too. Then check it out and see what he's talking
I
about.
did enjoy the.
I forgot what I even look like.
okay, we have a
Yeah.
call.
During the Michael Aquino episode recently.
Oh yeah, that's a new one.
Good.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, we have a caller that may or may
Oh.
not be somebody
Oh,
that
shit.
the chat room incited to call in.
Oh, all right. Let's see who this is.
Boy.
All right, person, come on in.
Well,
We know you're in the chat room.
Let me.
Who are you at and what? And let's get on this line.
Okay, 1 second. I just want to give a little setup here. There was this weird back and forth in the chat room at Ocelli.com. And I'm hoping that this is the person of interest. So, go ahead, Uncle.
Put your name in.
I'm sorry, the count, man.
Oh, the count.
Oh, the
I'm
count's
sorry.
back. Oh, it's your time of year.
Count.
Yeah, I'm not Chicky, babe.
No, there is a handle in the chat room at Ocelli.com calling themselves Chicky Babe, and claiming to be a lady of some kind, and she's making some very interesting statements. And I said, call in. She said she's going to try and borrow a cell phone to call in. So,
Lady, I've got another go on the line.
What do you know?
yeah, well,
See how I shake it down?
Count. Is this
Little
not
bit of my
hilarious? Though?
stories.
If we
Hey,
get
come
that
on.
other call, I hope we get. I'm thinking this is a dude spoofing us, to be honest with you. But
I'm sure it is.
yeah, but it would be too funny to get the call. I thought maybe you were Chicky Babe. I'm sorry, Count. Excuse me.
That's okay.
You're Chicky Babe?
Yeah, no, this is Count. I remember you. It's been a
Count.
little while, but man, it was a lot of fun when you were on last time. So it's great to hear you again, man. How you doing?
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, you know, pandemic lifestyle, all that. I mean, I could tell you guys a story if you want.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, lay it on us. We want to hear it.
All right, sure. I mean, are we allowed to say certain words, not curses, but, you know, regarding the pandemic? Are the words we're supposed to avoid? Like
You can
word or
say
anything?
them as long as they're not.
Fine by me. Chuck, is that an issue? Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I
You know,
don't
so
think it
far
is.
the only algorithm trip we've hit is if you say the word JAB too many times, you do hit the trigger. But other than that,
Okay.
go ahead, man.
I'll say shot or vaccine instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole bit revolves around it, Chuck.
Okay, cool. Let's hear it.
That's all right.
Sorry about that. Well, I mean, you know, times are tough. I'm still a little on the fence about getting the vaccine. My cousin got it. She got sick, like, really bad. And I'm telling you, she was a real whale of a woman, too. She never got married, and she had really no luck with men at all. And that's a shame, because she was always so nice. But I was really surprised when she called me up a few weeks ago saying she got the vaccine. She was really happy about it, too. I could tell she was practically glowing through the phone, if you know what I mean. So I was even more surprised she got sick not even a month later. So what we do around here in, you know, the southern of North Jersey by the Pine Barrens, we go to people's houses when they're sick. You know, it's the right thing you got to do. So I went to her house to cheer her up, and I was met by a group of her friends in the living room. They were, you know, lounging around. Some of them I recognized. She has a friend named Lynn. She's got, like, crazy blue hair. And she has this friend named Carol, and she had, like, striking green eyes. But for these other dudes, I never met them before. They were twins, and their name was Brian and Steven. So, you know, I say my hellos, and, you know, we greet each other, catch up. And I go upstairs to see my cousin. She was still sick. And they warned me that she was not a pretty sight, and they were right. Still, I had to pay my respects and show her I brought some soup. So I go in, and she's staring at the ceiling in her bed, and she did look bad, like a dog left in a locked hot car without its favorite music on. I asked how she'd get so sick if she got the vaccine, and a puzzled look formed on her face. I didn't get the vaccine, she told me. I tell her, yeah, you did. You called me up about it a few weeks ago. She says she has no idea what I'm talking about. I say to her, yeah, you called to tell me you got stuck by Johnson & Johnson. She said, yeah, I did. So you got the vaccine? And she said, no, that's the last name of the twins.
Got it.
So,
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say this.
Get
It sounds like you had the story written out there. It's like, oh wow. Okay.
That was it.
What do you think, Uncle?
That was it.
Yeah.
Dead. A shot. Dead shot. Took shot of dead line. Shot. I'm talking about the show.
Two shots
Okay.
for dudes.
What a. Now, Slow action in.
That was a
That's what
build. That was a slow build. Uncle.
That's what that is, slow action in, as I call those.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
Seen it 1,000
something
times.
like
Yeah,
that.
good. Well, that's good.
That's
Okay.
right.
Well, thank you for that interesting story.
There it is, the BON again.
What else is
Was he
happening?
sick with an STD?
Somebody sick? Who got sick?
We're
His,
sick.
his cousin.
Yeah,
Oh.
this cousin got
Uh-oh.
sick.
Somebody's blinking. Who's on?
Yeah.
Who's calling the blinking? Somebody's on the phone.
Yeah, we got 2 people on the phone here, Uncle. So it's an exciting night of calls here.
We
got
have
Robin.
another caller on the line.
We've got.
Yes. Who?
I don't think there's another caller. I'm not
What
sure.
is in there?
It's just a computer making sounds again. Nothing to see here, folks. It's probably the metaverse creeping in on us.
Where is that nut?
It tends
I'm
to
waiting
do
on
that.
that boy to call.
Uncle, we're in the metaverse right now.
Anipus, what's that?
We have another
what we
caller
live
on
in.
the line too.
Oh, we do have another caller now.
I told you
You
there
were
was
right.
somebody on this line.
Uh,
There was that blue thing up there I noticed.
Uncle, should we go to this caller?
Let's go to this caller and find out who it is and where you're from.
Hello, caller.
Caller.
Oh, Jimmy James, and I'm from the USA.
Cool.
Is that?
Still
think
no
it is?
chickie babe. Still no chickie babe. Okay.
Chicky babe.
No,
Not yet.
no.
That ain't chicken.
No.
Jimmy John?
The wild boy.
Chicky. I remember Chicky Babe being one of the puppets on Pee Wee's Playhouse, like one of those weird
It's
band
the Ohio
characters.
guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
Ohio guy.
Is this an Ohio guy, Uncle?
Ohio guy?
Ohio guy. Hello.
Hello.
No, no. Oh. Dang
Oh,
me.
because I have to tell him something.
No. This guy is from the state up north, Uncle,
Oh.
which is evil if you're in Ohio.
I get
Evil.
the name. I get the names and the voices messed up when I'm listening to people on this lines. The name, the voice sounds the same. If you really listen to this guy talking now, the new guy
Yeah,
talking now, it
his voice
sounds
sounds the same.
Sounds the same as the guy in Ohio.
Oh, Cooley?
Cooley, yeah.
Is this Cooley? No answer.
Cooley's got
what?
more of like a airy voice or something going. I don't know.
Yeah,
It sounded like him.
he's
though.
got a unique voice. No, doubt
Sounded
about
like
it.
him.
No, I think you're talking about Jimmy James, Uncle. But I will say
Jimmy-
this:
oh, that's
Jimmy
Jimmy
James,
James.
your voice sounds remarkably similar to when I last spoke to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
kind of a
don't
statement
dox-
is that?
That
What
is-
kind of-
Dox him. Don't dox him.
Wait a minute. What is wrong with Sidekick, Uncle? Your voice sounds just like the last time you talked to me. Well, no kidding. What?
Oh, wait a minute. This is an announcer,
he
man.
say?
What are you doing trying to scare us there, sidekick?
Well, Uncle,
Oh,
sometimes
who was on this line? I got him talking. I got the other guy thinking it's, what's his name?
You got
I don't know who I'm talking to.
there's so
these
many
days.
changes happening all around us that
You
voices,
don't know what you're listening to, sidekick.
even the voices change.
That's
I
why
know.
That's why you need the Facebook metaverse to keep track of it all, right?
Yeah,
And phone booths.
Need it. Need it right now.
You gotta have the names down. Put these names down on a piece of paper and say, "All right, it was this guy." No, it was this guy. We're going back and forth
All
looking
right, I have
at
a
the list.
question for Uncle. It's
Uh-oh.
if he can take it.
What is it?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay,
Shoot.
my question is this. I keep having this reoccurring dream where a giant squirrel keeps picking me up and putting me in his pocket. So my question is to you, does that make me nuts? Does that make me a nut?
Unless you're like Eddie. Yeah.
Do squirrels have pockets?
It's his favorite toy. That's his favorite animal. Don't play with his toys. Eddie would tell you he won't like you playing with his toys. Why did you gotten playing with toys? And he said, anybody talk to my animals, I'm going to stay up. I remember him saying that to me.
Yeah, I remember that too.
You
Clearly.
remember him saying that about his squirrels?
Yeah, he says that about squirrels a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
So, if Eddie's ever on this line or calls in, I want to ask him. I'm going to tell him about that.
Yep. There you go.
There you go. There's your answer.
Something for us to remember for Ed when he comes in. I hope he sounds the same as he did last time, so I know who he is.
Yeah.
So I know to tell him what we need to tell him about a squirrel when he shows up.
His animal squirrels. He's telling another squirrel story.
Yeah.
So he's the man to ask. All right.
Yeah, he's the one to ask.
Clearly,
right.
Now, Count, are you keeping track and counting, so to speak, all of this up, what we're laying down here?
I'm constantly counting.
Cool. What number are we at right now?
Can't stop.
Okay, what are we
I
on?
think. Well, we left off at 3. I might be at 5. I'm slow.
I love
3
5.
and slow and 5.
Well,
How did we did that way in the past? 3 and 5.
well, if we're at 5, 3 would have been pretty far behind us, so we must be going fast.
240.
What's the highest that you guys have just counted in a row just for the heck of it?
We haven't got there yet.
I think I did. I remember I did 1,000 at one point in time in my life.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's close enough,
That's
but
dedication.
Wow.
that's far. If that's your aim. The point is, on these broadcasts, this is what you have to do. You have to have a site to aim for. All right? You people talking on the phone, listening, or even listening, have to figure out, you have to have it in your head what you want to go to, and then hit that spot. Exactly.
There we go.
That's how you operate it.
There's some
Totally.
good life advice.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Because if you don't do it that way, you lost.
Okay.
You lost. Because half the time when I know, I have to ask Sidekick here, what's the number? Because I lose track myself.
That's why we need
What the
Count.
hell?
Count. Why don't you just call up at the start of every show and Uncle will say, we're on, what number are we on? And then Count just shows up. He's like, he just throws out a number. What do you think, Count? Would that be a good role for you?
I need somebody else.
We'll see.
No.
I won't say you can count me in just yet.
Oh, no. See, he has to hate, but he has to be. Well, that comes to being on all week, all the time we're gone.
Takes dedication.
I mean,
Takes dedication.
so every Friday, that means that what Sidekick is telling you, this is what it means. Like Chuck there my producer there, being on it all week on a Friday and doing that.
No.
Is that what you're saying,
No,
Sidekick?
I'm not trying to volunteer, Count. I
Well,
wouldn't,
that's what
I
it
wouldn't
sounds
dream
like.
of doing that. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I'm sorry if it came off that way.
That's what I think it sounded like to me. I don't know about him.
Just give us a call every now and again, Count, and
Yeah.
just say a number,
Yeah.
and then be like, okay, take care, everybody. I just wanted to say
Sure.
2,483, and that's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
If you all like numbers and you don't mind long-winded stories.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Those are the ones I like because
Well, how about we go for a round of shout-outs with everybody here, because we're
Shout
getting
out.
towards the end. Robin,
we're on the end already.
pretty
Yeah.
much. I want to do shout-outs with everybody. So why don't we go to Robin?
Robin, shout out number 1.
What shout-outs you got?
I'll give I'll shout out to baseball. People playing out there, they got to make a living. I know they don't make much money at it, but it's just the passion. They have the passion for it. So shout out to all those baseball players out there.
Very good. Okay, and then we've got Count, of course. Count. Who you going to shout out to? Good night, Robin.
Good night, Robin.
Today I'm shouting out the Fantastic Plastics. They're a band on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Fantastic Plastics. They're live right now. Check them out. They're great.
I think I might have seen them, actually. Okay, Fantastic Plastics. All right, Count. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care now. Okay, so there goes Count, and then we've got Jimmy James.
Jimmy James.
Not to be confused with Cooley.
Yeah, no. Cooley.
Jimmy James, who are you going to shout out tonight?
to.
I'm just going to shout out to the giant squirrel.
Eddie, you listening?
Quit tormenting me.
There we go.
Eddie, are you listening?
Well,
a minute.
All right,
wait,
Jimmy, it's always great to talk to you. I hope your voice sounds exactly like this next time you call.
He shouts out to the giant squirrel, but not the flying squirrel. Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on, man. That don't make sense.
Oh, yeah, Jetpack Man. This one's for you, too, buddy.
Oh.
There you have it.
Oh.
All right, Jimmy James.
All
Great
right,
to talk to you as
Jimmy.
always. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh. That's 3.
All right, so Uncle, you got some shout outs here or what?
Shout out to the people that haven't called. I must have a shout out to you all.
Shout
How's
out.
that?
Shout out to everybody who hasn't called. I like that. Yeah. In that vein, I'm going to shout out to everybody who's yet to be born in the world ever. So that's a lot of shout outs. I don't know who you are or who you will be, but I can't wait to find out, even if that's a time where I'm not here anymore. It's going to be great, everybody. Shout out to you. I'm pulling for you. And shout out also to the Metaverse. That's a great place. Okay. So we're Uncle the Podcast at Uncle Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, our own personal Metaverse choices.
I haven't had much twitterings due this past week because he's been busy.
we need to
Do some
post
more
more
then.
Twitter.
I need some more Twitters done.
Uncle does speak on Twitter, so if
Yeah.
he will talk back to you too. If you speak to him on Twitter, he's at Uncle Podcast, and he will respond. It will be Uncle talking to you.
Yeah, I'll be talking straight
So,
to you if
That's a good
somebody
thing.
wants to talk to on Twitter.
We highly recommend you do that. So please do that. Start a Twitter conversation with Uncle. We're UncleThePodcast.com. Live every Friday night on Ochelli.com. We take your calls every Friday. It's an exciting time.
People, we're getting closer. Land Revolution's coming soon.
New Year's. Oh, too soon.
Too soon, I should say.
Yeah,
Too
plus
soon.
let's not forget the Twitter, Aaron, because you got the Uncle Twitter. Now, I haven't seen a good tweet out of the Uncle Twitter account lately. What's going on there? How come we haven't heard from Uncle so much?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We need to
But
we need
got-
to tweet more.
That's what I said to him. I got to tweet more.
Yeah, we do. We
I,
really
that's
do.
what I just told him there, Chuck.
So Uncle will talk into my phone. It records him,
Yeah.
speech to text. Then I just
Yeah.
copy paste that text into Twitter. That's Uncle's Twitter. We haven't done enough of it. So
There have to be more of that. If anything, more of that than anything.
It's
For
fine.
right now,
It's fine.
we got to concentrate on one thing and work from there, like that. Twitter, get on the twitting. So I said, well, let's talk to somebody. All right, let's talk to somebody. Got to push me along here sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Like you get pushed, man.
yeah. So again, if you tweet to us, Uncle will respond to you. So
Yeah.
I'll encourage that. Shout out to everybody on Twitter.
And everybody also, we have some people had ordered some more shirts.
Thank you for your shirt
everybody,
orders.
for
Yeah.
shirt orders.
It got a big shirt order from, let's see here, what's his name again?
What's his name?
From Darren. Big shirt order this week. We're working on it now. The Uncle shirt's out there now.
It's an Uncle
So,
shirt?
Thank you, Darren. Yeah, a few shirts. So
Wow.
pretty good. So thank you. Keep ordering those shirts. It
yeah.
helps everybody.
All right.
Ooh, we have a listener in Zanesville, Ohio. How exciting.
Ohio.
Shout out to Zanesville, whoever you are. That's pretty
Maybe
cool.
that's your father.
No, but it could be somebody cool.
Fine time by him.
All right. So UncleThePodcast.com. I think that's going to be it, Uncle. Why don't you bring us home for tonight?
There's our show for 143 show. Bye-bye.